my goodness. Oh my. Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my. What? Ooh wee. Ooh. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee.
In this video, I spar one of my students slash training partners, T. You may have seen me spar with him in a video about a year ago, but he has gotten so much better since. We never got to spar back-to-back rounds, so I've actually included 4 different sparring rounds from 4 different days slash sessions to make a breakdown. So here, T slipped to the outside of my cross, but his legs were still there, so I followed up with my double step low kick. To surprise T, I slid my rear leg forward, pushed off of it, and lunged into my lead teep. T slipped to the inside of my jab here, and threw his cross over top of my jab, but I was ready to counter the counter by cross pairing slash leaning back as I threw my check left hook over top of his cross.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go.
A beautiful rear body kick by T, and immediately turned his shin vertical and pulled his leg out before I could catch it. Outside low kick for me here, and as soon as my kicking leg returned to stance, I pushed off of it and into my jab cross, followed by another double step low kick. Some intercepting inside low kicks as T tried to punch me, and T lands a nice 5-piece combination here. He steps in with a cross, then he threw a left straight as he stepped his right leg forward, followed by a lead uppercut into a cross into southpaw stance, followed by a low kick which hit me in a weird spot that caused me to fall to the ground. A beautiful Muay Thai roundhouse kick here, driving his shin completely across my body, but his leg was too bent, which meant he was closer to me and I was able to land my counter cross. We are seeing the best fighters nowadays kick as long as possible, keeping the leg about 3/4 open when kicking. That way your head is far away from the target. Here I used my lead hand to trap T's lead hand and into my cross. Made sure my head was way off center line to evade his counterpunch, and exited off with my double step low kick. Then I engaged again by faking my lead teep and into my jab cross to lead body kick. Notice how I lean back on my body kicks and my leg is about 3/4 open, keeping my head away from the target. To be honest, I miscalculated and stepped a tad too close for my liking even then, and would rather have kicked from a further distance. T explodes forward with a lead uppercut to cross, in which I parried and into my counter cross. Here I threw a nice long rear body kick, but T undercaught it and sent me for a ride. T slips to the inside of my jab again and throws a cross slash right hook, in which I defended with a 360 block, then carriage blocked his left hook and fired my cross down the middle. T moves into my pocket and throws a body to head combination. When my opponent is this close to me, I like to go for the inside foot sweep by grabbing and pulling down on his head or behind his head and kicking out his inside calf with my lead leg. A nice lead uppercut lands for T, but I get him back with my cross. And ready for his counter punches, I slipped his cross and pulled back on his second cross.
Oh my goodness.
Inside low kick here, then I hop forward with my lead knee to fake an inside low kick or lead teep again and into my jab cross. Definitely a really good fake. Try it out and let me know how it works for you. So I kept faking the lead teep because this whole time I've been trying to set up the Peter Yan choke slam takedown. This time I hop forward with my lead knee to fake maybe an inside low kick, maybe the teep, maybe he thinks I'd follow up with the 1-2 again. But this time I stepped my rear leg beside his lead leg and chopped down on his lead leg as my lead arm pushed down on his chest. You can also push down on his face or throat, which is why I've heard people call it a choke slam. I do believe this is illegal in Muay Thai though, and that was the only round I had with him that session. But here's another day and another session. Some kick-back exchanges here. T fakes a rear round kick. You can see I lifted my lead leg up to check, but he swivels his leg to the center line and turns it into a rear teep. Another hand trap to cross to double step low kick. This works all the time, guys. Try it out. T dodges my inside low kick and into an outside low kick here, then continues to work his body to head boxing combination. The best way to evade a barrage of punches is the Philly shell or to step back with the long guard. A long committed cross for me here by exploding off my rear foot and stepping down with my lead foot and fully extending my rear punch. And an outside foot sweep lands for me here. A nice 1-2 down the middle from T. Here I ate the inside low kick to land the cross, but I also followed up with the double step low kick to win the exchange. A lunging lead teep again, but T is picking up on my tricks and caught it and almost swept me. High kick for me, but T defends and fires back with a nice low kick to my inside standing leg. Here's a good example of how far I like to kick. My kicking leg is about 3/4 open, hitting with my lower shin / instep and even leaning back to be further away. It takes away a bit of power but keeps you safer from getting hit. Another outside low kick, jab cross to double step low kick combination, and that's the end of the round. Now, before we continue, I'm super excited to share with you my 50 heavy bag technique and conditioning program. That's right. This program consists of 50 heavy bag workouts that focuses on developing explosive power, speed, balance, cardio, rhythm, flow, and fluidity in your striking, while sharpening your technique and learning my full striking system from basic to advanced. Each round includes a detailed technique breakdown followed by the follow-along workout in both video and audio format. You'll be learning more than just offensive combinations, but footwork, head movement, counters, fakes, feints, setups, and more. You'll never get bored as you can work out 3 times a week for 4 months without repeating the same workout. You can solo train by popping in the audio clips to your headphones and train on a heavy bag at the gym, or if you have your own heavy bag, you can blast the video on a large screen TV to follow. For more information, check out the link in the description box below. And here is another day and another session. Nice counter by T here. He parries my jab into his inside low kick, which completely off balances me, and follows up with a jumping rear body kick. This time, nice and long with this kick. Here, I feinted my low kick by pivoting my rear foot and turning my rear knee inwards. You can see T lifted his lead leg to check. I then threw my cross instead, and T's checking leg dropped. Then I double step low kicked him. Here I switched my stance to fake a switch kick, but switched into the pivoted position with my left foot, launched off, and stepped forward with my right foot and into my switch cross. I caught T's rear body kick here, and he defended by jumping into the air as he collar tied, bending his kicking leg and driving his shin across my body and re-kicking to free his leg. He essentially bounced off my body with his shin. And a couple more exchanges here, and that's the end of the round. I included one more round on a different day and session here. This time, we wore elbow pads. We started the round as usual with some kick back to feel each other out. I then pressured forward. T used the long guard to maintain distance, so I trapped his lead hand with my rear hand and into my rear elbow. I usually like to throw the cross, but because we were playing with elbows this time, I decided to throw it elbow. Here I threw my cross, then parried T's counter cross as I shifted to southpaw stance to close the distance and into my rear elbow. Outside low kick for T, then an inside low kick and into a 3-punch combination followed by a rear body kick that he pulled out quickly enough before I could catch again. And this time I extended my arms using my long guard. T trapped my rear hand with his lead hand into a lead elbow. Whenever someone headlocks you like T is doing here, just circle to the back. Hug the waist and shrug your shoulders as you circle to the back. An inside foot sweep attempt from me here, and he gets me right back. This time, a failed inside foot sweep, but I followed up with my cross. And a little elbow from me here. Then T headlocks me again, and I circle to take the back again. I caught T's kick. He tried to jump over again, but this time I was patient, waited for him to land, and then I swept him. An inside low kick here, and a nice body cross, hook cross to rear body kick combination from T. You can see that this whole round, I was constantly looking for that inside foot sweep. Multiple failed attempts.
Good check.
And finally, I hit an inside foot sweep here as T went for a rear body kick. and a nice double jab by T to end the round.